Kamitsubaki City Under Construction is a very unique, but also a very, and I do mean very exhausting anime to watch because from episode 1, this anime just keeps throwing at you information after information, story, plot, world building, backstory, and it does it in such rapid pacing that you are not able to connect with any of the characters and you are not able to appreciate the story because you're barely able to absorb any of it in. So at least that was my case. I could not tell. I can tell you, yes, the central plot where the story takes place in the city, and suddenly there was something called the blackout, where a lot of people started dying, turning into monsters, and these some of these survivors, well, our main crew, some of them turn into witches, and they are able to sing and purify the monsters, or being able to calm down the emotions of the people, because if they people turn into despair, they turn into those monsters, and that's mostly the goal, them protecting the city, and there being a looming threat called Maxwell, who for some reason he is hell bent in creating the destruction of the city, and that's mostly the central plot. But when it comes to the characters, their personalities, their backstory, their likes, dislikes, I can tell you pretty much nothing. The only thing that I can give you is mostly only their names. I did not connect with any of them. The only thing that I can tell you that this anime did very, and I do mean very well, is the soundtrack. The soundtrack of this anime is so good that I swear that the studio or the people involved in creating this anime, they did the soundtrack first, and then they created the anime, the story around it, because there's so many moments throughout this anime where the characters start singing, and it pretty much transform into a musical video where they're just singing their heart out. You have those dynamic camera movements that you think, hey, this is something that you will see in something like a Hatsume Miku, one of her music videos or concerts. Then let me get into it, something, well, not a so subtle segue, because this anime does something so unique that it blew me away. Is it the first one to do something like this? No. But I do think that this anime is the first to dedicate an entire episode towards this concept, because in episode 10, they do a mind-blowing plot twist reveal that I'm not going to spoil, but the characters appear in the real world. And I don't mean the real world in the anime sense. No, the real world in our world, our real world. And they are pretty much like Hatsume Miku doing a virtual concert, singing and what have you, entertaining the people. And I just think that the way that it was animated was so well done. I mean, the animation when they are being animated in the, well, their anime world is fine. It's passable. Is it at the same level as Studio Orange? No, but I would say a second place, close second. But once you take those characters and the studio put them in a real world setting, for some reason the character models became so much more well designed, they had so much more detailed that I was blown away. An entire episode taking place in the real world and transforming them into a Hatsune Miku type of virtual idols was to me it was mind blowing. Is what I want to say. But that's all mostly. The anime, like I said, is exhausting. Before I finish this video, I would say that either only watch episode 10 because episode 10 has such a unique visual concept that you can watch that episode alone and you will be fine. Or you can also watch episode 12 because for some reason in episode 12 they they full loaded it with so many songs where each pretty much each one of the characters have their own solo song and ending it with the whole crew singing. So I would say only watch those two episodes, episode 10 or episode 12, because the rest of the anime is honestly not all that, at least it wasn't all that enjoyable to me to watch. So with all that said and done, I am going to give this anime a score a 7. Honestly, for the majority of the watch, I was going to give it a 6, but the episode 10 was such a unique visual concept and also the plot twist that I can say that it jumped all towards a 7. And if you are not somebody that wants to waste your time, then hey, just go to YouTube, Spotify, or whatever have you, and just listen to the soundtrack because it's available there. And like I said, it's very, very good. So, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're from, and see you next video.